Deep in the heart of Africa lies a country of breathtaking beauty and almost unbelievable natural wealth. Its rivers shimmer like silver veins, and its vast forests are the lungs of a continent. Beneath this land lies a treasure chest, overflowing with gold, diamonds, cobalt, copper, and coltan. The world knows it as the Democratic Republic of Congo, but throughout its history, it has borne another, more tragic title, a nation cursed by its own riches. Our story begins in 1885. The great powers of Europe gathered in Berlin to carve up Africa like a cake. Among them was King Leopold II of Belgium, a man whose ambition dwarfed his small kingdom. He spoke eloquently of noble missions, of bringing civilization, progress, and Christianity to what was then called the heart of darkness. But behind this humanitarian mask, his true motive was profit, pure and simple. Leopold laid claim to the Congo, not for Belgium, but for himself. He called his new domain the Congo Free State, a name that would become a cruel and bitter irony. This vast territory, 75 times the size of Belgium, became his personal fiefdom. The Congolese people became his private labor force. His goal? To extract as much wealth as possible, as quickly as possible. First, it was ivory. Then, with the invention of inflatable tires, came a global boom for rubber, and it was rubber that turned the Congo into a living hell. To feed the world's insatiable demand, Leopold's agents, the brutal force publique, enslaved entire communities. Men were forced into the rainforests to harvest wild rubber, given impossible quotas they could never meet. Failure to deliver meant punishments of unimaginable cruelty. Floggings with the chicotte, a whip of raw, sun-dried hippopotamus hide, were common. For those who resisted or fled, the punishment was death. To ensure their soldiers weren't wasting ammunition, commanders demanded proof for every bullet fired, a severed human hand. The baskets of hands became a horrifying symbol of Leopold's reign. Between 1885 and 1908, it's estimated that 10 million Congolese people, perhaps half the population, perished from murder, starvation, and disease. It was a holocaust, hidden from the world by a curtain of jungle and a conspiracy of silence. But the truth, no matter how deeply buried, eventually finds its way to the light. It started with a few courageous voices. George Washington Williams, an African-American journalist and historian who visited the Congo, was one of the first to call out Leopold's regime for what it was, a crime against humanity. In Liverpool, a shipping clerk named E.D. Morel noticed a disturbing pattern. Ships arrived from the Congo laden with rubber and ivory, but returned carrying only soldiers and guns. He realized it wasn't trade, it was a slave state. He launched one of the first great human rights campaigns of the 20th century. Then, the British consul, Roger Casement, traveled deep into the Congo and produced a damning official report that detailed the atrocities for the world to see. The combined force of their work sparked international outrage. Bowing to immense public pressure, Leopold was forced to relinquish his private colony to the Belgian state in 1908. The Congo Free State was no more, but the scars of its brutality ran deep. The land was broken, its social fabric torn apart, and its people were left traumatized. Decades passed. In 1960, a new dawn seemed to break. The Congo finally achieved independence, raising its new flag with pride. Its first democratically elected Prime Minister, Patrice Lumumba, was a charismatic nationalist who dreamed of a truly independent Congo. He wanted his nation's immense wealth to benefit its own people, to build schools, hospitals, and a future free from foreign domination. But this dream was seen as a threat. Powerful foreign interests, including Belgium and the United States, feared a strong, independent Congo that controlled its own resources. They didn't want to lose their access to its strategic minerals. Within months of taking office, Lumumba was overthrown in a coup, captured, and brutally murdered. His voice was silenced, and his dream of a prosperous, unified Congo was buried with him. What followed was a long, dark period of corruption, dictatorship, and conflict. Joseph Désiré Mobutu, a man who helped orchestrate Lumumba's downfall, seized power, and ruled for over 3 decades, renaming the country Zaire. He plundered the national treasury while allowing foreign corporations to continue extracting the country's wealth. When his regime finally collapsed in the 1990s, the country descended into chaos. The Congo became the epicenter of what some call Africa's World War, a devastating conflict involving multiple nations and countless armed groups, all fighting for control of the mineral-rich East. The war and its aftermath have claimed more than 5 million lives, mostly from disease and starvation, making it the deadliest conflict since World War II. And through it all, the mining has never stopped. The world's hunger for Congo's resources has only grown. Today, the curse has a modern name: cobalt. This is the mineral that powers our 21st century lives. Over 70% of the world's cobalt, a critical component in the lithium-ion batteries for our smartphones, laptops, and electric cars, comes from the DRC. Yet the people who dig it from the earth remain trapped in a cycle of poverty and danger. Men, women, and even children work in perilous, unregulated, artisanal mines, often with their bare hands for a few dollars a day. They are digging for the metals that fuel our technological progress, while their own country remains one of the poorest on the planet. The colonizers may no longer wear royal crowns, but the exploitation continues. Today, they wear suits and carry contracts. Global corporations and foreign powers jockey for influence, securing lucrative mining deals, often through opaque agreements that offer little benefit to the Congolese people. The faces of power have changed, but the fundamental dynamic has not. Congo's riches continue to flow out, while its people are left with the environmental devastation and social turmoil. But this is not just a story of suffering. It is also a story of incredible resilience. Through all the decades of pain, the spirit of the Congolese people has never been broken. You can see it in the vibrant art of Kinshasa, hear it in the world-renowned music, and feel it in the unwavering hope of a new generation. Young activists, journalists, and citizens are rising up, demanding transparency, justice, and a future where their nation's wealth finally benefits them. They are fighting to turn their country's curse into its greatest blessing. The future of our connected, green economy may be powered by minerals from the Congo. But the soul of our world depends on us remembering the human cost. The story of the Congo is a stark reminder that nature gave this land everything, and for centuries humanity has taken far too much. The Congo is not cursed by its riches. It is cursed by the insatiable greed of those who seek them. And the greatest hope is that one day, finally, the blessings of this rich earth will belong to its people. Thank you for watching. If this story moved you, please share it, so that more people can understand the true cost of the devices we use every day. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the stories that shape our world.